Against the greatest, what they say my name for.
Fall away for the win.
Got it! Kawhi Leonard is a machine.
Flushes over Giannis.
I'm unforgettable.
Gillis jumps on a dive. Classic Kemba.
Durant for three. It's good.
Kevin Durant. Oh, he puts it in.
Thompson turning and shooting. What a shot by Klay Thompson.
I'm unforgettable.
Kyrie. Oh, and a pass. Schools and eyes from the crowd. Putting on a show with the ball handling. Layup and good.
I'm unforgettable.
Welcome back to First Take. I'm Rachel Lindsay with former NBA players Ryan Hollins and Damon Jones, and we've been going at it back and forth all morning. Now let's keep the arguments going.
It's a one-sided deal.
Okay. All right. See, I wasn't trying to get you started.
Saying, what I've done to you thus far in the show, man, I need to call HR on me.
And they might have some cuffs waiting for me outside, yo.
Save it for the next topic. Several teams have added major star power with the moves they've made since Sunday. As it stands now, without Kawhi's decision, Damon, who is the best team in the West today?
Now, I just gave all the things about the Los Angeles Lakers, right?
Answer the question, man.
And
Take your time.
And how I feel that they're going to win the championship next year, right? But the question is, best team.
Yep.
They only have four
today.
players right now. I don't know how they're going to fill their roster out. The best team for me in the West right now is the Utah Jazz.
Okay,
And
why?
the Utah Jazz for years have been on the cusp of taking that next step. And now I think what they've done in free agency as well as trade is going to take them over the hump. Mike Conley, okay, I'll start with him. He was always the leader of the grit and grind Memphis Grizzlies, okay? And they were always at the top of the West, all right? I think Utah needed that leader. Donovan Mitchell, he's going to get better. Bogdanovich is the guy, the key for me, because in the playoffs against the Houston Rockets, they went times where they wasn't able to score. And Bogdanovich is a guy that can catch and shoot. He could go and get his own offense, and I think that's going to help take pressure off of Donovan Mitchell. And defensively, they're going to be great. You got Gobert, reigning two-time Defensive Player of the Year, and then they got some guys, key pieces on the bench. I see this team going 9 deep. So for me, right now, the best team in the West is the Utah Jazz.
Damon Darren Jones.
It's Duran. It's French.
Duran. You're a French man, boy. Where you from? You ain't from France, Gobert. Look, man. Are you going to seriously tell me about all this LeBron stuff? It's cool. It's cool.
I knew you was
it's
going
cool.
there, but it's okay.
cool.
Go ahead.
So we're worried about the entire team or the core pieces? And keep in mind, all of this is just saying that we don't know where Kawhi Leonard is going. We don't know if Kawhi is going to be on the West. We don't know if he's going to be on the East.
That doesn't.
The core pieces, the Lakers have the best core right now. And when your favorites, when you have the best pieces in space and cap room, they're going to be able to fill in the rest of the team. And when you talk about winning the championship, you're comparing Gobert, Conley, and Mitchell against LeBron, AD, Kuzma, and possibly Kawhi Leonard. There's no competition here, D. Jones. I don't know how you look at me with a straight face and say you like Utah. You don't like Utah.
But Ryan, the question is without Kawhi, as it stands today.
Even without Kawhi Leonard.
Listen, they got 4 players on the roster, so that's not a team. It said, the question said, as of today, who's the best team in the West? Utah from top to bottom has a team. The Lakers have 4 players.
Who would you take in the 7-game series?
Utah's team against the 4 players?
I'm
going to take the team, of course. What are you talking about?
Hey, you can fill it out with the Summer League roster right now, big dog.
No, you can't. I watched their Summer League roster. They're not that good.
They came back and won yesterday.
Yeah.
They had a nice little showing.
Yeah, look who they played.
It don't matter. Listen, nonetheless, the Lakers' core, let's focus on cores right now, is built for versatility. LeBron, AD, Kuzma right now, you fill in the blanks. You got guys from 6'8 to 6'9 who can shoot the 3, drive it, post it, and guard all 5 positions. The biggest problem, we're going to talk about Utah. Utah wasn't versatile enough. Their stars don't fit. Gobert and Favors, they had to pick their poison on who was going to be on the floor. That team might not even be better than Houston. I don't know if they're better than Golden State right now once Klay Thompson gets back. They may not be third or fourth or fifth best in the West. So if you're going to talk about who's going to come out the West or the favorites right now, you got to look at, yes, the Lakers' 3 or 4 players, and what they're going to fill in right now is going to be better. Keep in mind, if you're the Lakers, your favorites to get what? Korver, Iggy, JR. Listen, all these free agents are going to still be willing to take less to get a to get a championship in LA.
All I'm saying to you is this.
You like LeBron? Do you like LeBron or not?
Listen, taking away
Hold on, no. Do you like LeBron or not?
A UCLA education, okay, which is a fine organization. But the question clearly states, team today, the Lakers have 4 players. I don't know what's going to happen with that roster.
This how you going to apologize to LeBron for what you saying?
No, man, God knows what's happening, man.
Okay.
Hold on. You don't think Rich Paul can fill out that roster, Killer?
Okay, but as it stands today, that's the question. So we talked a bit about the West. Let's move on over to the East. Ryan.
Yeah,
As it stands today, who is your pick for the best team in the East?
Keep in mind, Kawhi Leonard. Listen,
Kawhi
don't know what Kawhi is. We don't know what Kawhi's going to
make up their mind. They ain't make up their mind. You know who I like? I like Milwaukee, dog. I like the Milwaukee Bucks.
Shocked
I know what.
that you said that.
Hold on. I don't have anything personal with Giannis or the Milwaukee Bucks.
You knew where I was going with it.
But you got to understand, this is a team that's heavily motivated. And when you have a tough loss, when you feel like you have unfinished business, D. Jones, we know what those summers look like as players. You work a little harder. You train longer. You got something in the back of your mind that is still motivating you. Now, obviously, they lost Malcolm Brogdon, who's an excellent player, great guy, key piece. But this was a good team even without Malcolm. And now you bring back Middleton, Lopez, and Bledsoe. So if I'm looking at the Eastern Conference standings, I really like Milwaukee. And the one thing I love about them, led by Giannis, this is a guy who year after year improved. Rebounds, assists, block shots, points. Every single year this kid has been in the league, he's improved. And if we're going to look down the East, Boston got worse, no Kyrie. Indiana, regular team, Victor's injured. Toronto, we don't know if Kawhi going to be there or not, big dog. So Milwaukee's clearly coming out the East, if no Kawhi and Uncle Dennis.
Damon?
Listen, this is a debate show. He's turning it into a comedy session. Listen, the best team in the East right now?
Who?
Philadelphia 76ers. And you talk about devastation. The 76ers was a fadeaway 3-point shot by Kawhi Leonard from getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they felt they had a great matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks in that series to move on to the NBA Finals. This is what's going to happen. Joel Embiid now, he understands he has to be in the best shape of his career next year so he's not in and out of the lineup. Ben Simmons is going to get better, okay? Now Tobias Harris is now going to have a more defined role that Jimmy Butler's gone. Yes, Jimmy Butler was a big piece, but now Tobias Harris is going to be more assertive in that offense and do the things that he did with your Los Angeles Clippers. Now, the key piece to this that nobody's looking at, nobody's saying, Josh Richardson. He's an upgrade at the 2-guard position. Here's why.
Upgrade over who?
Listen.
Upgrade over who? Don't say upgrade over who.
Listen. J.J. Redick is a better 3-point shooter.
J.J. came off the bench.
J.J.
came off the bench last year. He was 6 man.
Listen, J.J. Redick is a better 3-point shooter. But Josh Richardson does everything. Offensively, he can run pick and roll. He can make spot shots. Defensively, he can guard the best player, 1s or 2s. So for that scenario right there, Philadelphia is my team in the Eastern Conference.
Let me ask you something,
And the addition of Horford.
Horford, too. I forgot Horford.
I'm sorry.
High five.
I had that out a little bit.
Let me ask, so last year in Philadelphia, who closed out for them? When they needed big shots, who closed?
Jimmy Butler.
So this next year, when you get into the playoffs, they're going to be great in the regular season. Who closes games out, D. Jones?
You got Embiid.
We close games out with centers, and I played the 5. We close games out with centers now?
You can. When you're as dominant as Joel Embiid is, he could get a bucket or get to the free throw line, and that was one of the knocks I had on Brett Brown last year, that he didn't put him in position to dominate like he should have in that Toronto series.
And you think something's going to change? And as much as
it's going to change when your job's on the line.
I played the 5 in the league, and I love my big fellas. But if you cannot get your shot off of the bounce, you're not going to be effective the deeper that the playoffs go. That's the problem with Giannis. That's the huge problem with Ben Simmons. So all of a sudden, we put the ball in Ben Simmons' hands. He hasn't improved from last year to this year.
Okay, so you're making my point right now. You're saying, so who's going to close for Milwaukee?
Giannis, he's going to improve.
I'm just telling you, these guys are going to improve.
And at a worst-case scenario, top to bottom, that team is getting better. Gotten better.
I am shocked that neither one of you mentioned Boston. With the addition of Kemba and the addition of Cantor, there's an argument that they're going to be a better team, too.
We're not talking about Cantor. Right. We're not talking about Cantor.
No. There's an argument that team is better, too.
We're not putting Cantor on that.
No. All right, much more to come on First Take. Which team will be in the most trouble without Kawhi? Raptors, Clippers, or the Lakers? And